want to welcome all of you to Uganda. This is a dream come true. We've been looking forward to this day, but we thank God that you've made it. And I hope you had a good flight and you are going to enjoy Uganda. What we talked about is now going to be a reality. You are going to see what Uganda can offer, and you can see how we can collaborate and start working together as we promote our two countries with our unique tourism products.
Thanks to Madam Anne for organizing this. We started it as a small talk, as a small idea, but the vision was bigger, and now we see the roadmap to achieve what we're intending to get connected.
Uganda, one of the countries that make up the East African community, Uganda has continued to rely on the tourism sector as one of the key sectors in building the country's economy. Uganda has continued to receive an average of 1.2 million to 1.6 million international tourists per year. However, recent statistics from the country's Ministry of Tourism have shown that the number has been increasing and has reached 1.37 million tourists in the recent period. Her Excellence Honorable Ambassador of Uganda Consulate in Arusha to Tanzania, Anne Katusime, in collaboration with Tato and the key stakeholders in the tourism sector in Tanzania, especially from city of Arusha, which is the hub of tourism on the land of Tanzania, has been at the forefront of ensuring that Tanzania and Uganda, as neighboring countries, cooperate in promoting and attracting more tourists to the areas of attraction on both sides.
What we talked about is now going to be a reality. You are going to see what Uganda can offer, and you can see how we can collaborate and start working together as we promote our two countries with our unique tourism products.
We need to complement each other, and that is our main target. And that's why we have the two operators here. And briefly, they will introduce themselves, and we'll get more as the days goes.
Ambassador Katusime, in collaboration with Tato through UG Arusha Connect, organized a special tour, namely a fam trip of 11 days for tourism stakeholders from Tanzania to Uganda, especially in all the important tourist attractions in Uganda, the aim being to learn some of the things that Tanzania can collaborate with Uganda in promoting and improving tourism in the two countries and East Africa in general. The journey of these important stakeholders from Tanzania started from Kilimanjaro International Airport, KIA, heading directly to Entebbe International Airport in Uganda. The Ugandan airline ensured that this team travels safely and on time from Tanzania to Uganda. At around 7 p.m., the team of stakeholders arrived safely on Ugandan soil, and without wasting time, things started to get exciting immediately.
Bossman, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
What's your name?
Maurice.
Maurice.
From Beach Safari Holidays.
Okay. What do you expect in Uganda?
Of course, the culture, the trekkings, excited to see the gorillas, of course. So especially the things that we are not maybe able to see in Tanzania, we are able to see in Uganda. And that is what making also the combination between Uganda and Tanzania so special.
Okay. Habari za jioni.
Salama, habari za jioni.
Okay.
My name is Moses.
Okay.
I'm from Arusha, from a company called Kili Climb Africa Safaris. And I'm excited to be here.
Okay.
So happy to see Uganda. I've never seen it before, so I'm excited.
Adoshi, I'm so excited. No, when you talked about it during a Kiri marathon, and I invited you, and you said you're going to make it. I thought it was a joke.
And I've been to Europe. I cancelled my trip because of this trip.
Thank you so much.
It is now 10 minutes to what? To 1. And this is straightforward from Entebbe. It's Uganda Arusha Connect, Madam Anne. The team from Arusha, from Tanzania, is already on the land of Uganda.
Yes.
What are your expectations, and how do you feel at this juncture?
I feel so happy, so excited. I don't know how to say it, but I know you're going to have a good time. We have made a very good itinerary for you, and I believe you're going to enjoy Uganda. You'll get the hidden treasures in Uganda you had not seen.
Day one of this important tour began at the Kinera private farm, which has become an important attraction for tourists in Kampala. This farm is rich in natural resources including fruit farming, fish farming, chickens, horses, camels, ostriches, and many other native animals, as well as various sports including Formula One racing cars. What was most interesting about the farm here was the lunch, which was a traditional dish reflecting the culture of the Ugandans. Indeed, this farm is one of the important pillars of tourism in Uganda.
Hii inaonyesha kwamba namna gani tunaweza tukachanganya mambo, kwa sababu unajua kule nyumbani sisi tuna vitu vingi sana ukilinganisha na wenzetu, na lakini na wenzetu nao wametumia vizuri walivyonavyo. Kwa hiyo utaona katika hii idara ya utamaduni wa vyakula, vyakula vya kitamaduni, wao wameweza kuifanyia kazi vizuri sana na kuwa kivutio kikubwa sana kwa watalii wa ndani na wa nje.
We do organic farming. We don't only care about the plants, but even how you serve. So if it's organic, it should be organic right from the garden up to the table. So even you've been to our workshop, we do this from here. We also do pots, we do pottery, so we make our own pots. So even how we prepare our meal is organic way because it's prepared in a pot like you can see, and we also serve it in a local way. And of course we are appreciating the nature. You can see the banana leaves. So we are sending a message to Africans and farmers that, hey, if you're serving food, can we have it in a very natural way and health way?
With many tourist attractions on this farm, there is also accommodation and food services for visitors who come there and prefer to stay there. Indeed, this farm is beautiful.
So the rooms at Kenela Farm Lodge have been intentionally selected to have a very rustic, one might think uncoordinated feel, but it's actually very intentional. We want every person in every room, as you'll go through the lodge, you'll notice that some have more of the papyrus, of the straw, almost like a manyata feel where you're entering like a traditional hut. And then some of the rooms have stones and more majestic, as if fit for a king and a queen. So one of my favorite rooms it reminds me of a movie called Coming to America, where Eddie Murphy had this big room. So that's the vibe that you'll get in some of our rooms. We also have the family cottage. We're a very family-oriented lodge. The farm itself is made for children, for families, for groups. So the kind of accommodation we have will also be able to attract a family to comfortably stay in one of our cottages.
With a good coordination and planning, on the next day the tour continued to explore the national parks in Uganda, where it headed to Kibale National Park in western Uganda. When the team arrived at this reserve, things got interesting. It will be recalled that Uganda has continued to be a famous place in Africa and around the world for the presence of a large number of chimpanzees in the Kibale National Park.
Tumeshafika hapa Kibale National Park, tumepatiwa briefing kwa ajili ya do's and don'ts za chimpanzee tracking. Kwa hiyo unaona tuko tayari, tumeshapiga gia zetu tayari kwa kwenda kwenye departure point kwa ajili ya kuanza tracking ya kwetu. Kwa hiyo mpaka sasa hivi mambo yanaenda vizuri sana.
Chimpanzee tracking normally takes us an average of 3 hours, and those 3 hours are divided in 3 sections. 1 hour is estimated that you'll be walking from here, reaching areas of chimpanzees. 1 hour is dedicated to you to enjoy the chimpanzees. 1 hour is estimated to be walking back after viewing the chimpanzees.
The chimpanzees in this reserve have become a huge attraction in Uganda, where tourists and researchers from different parts of the world come and study the lives and movements of these animals.
Tumewaona na tumejifunza mengi, kwa sababu Tanzania tunao chimpanzee pia kwa upande wa Lake Tanganyika kule Mahale na Gombe, lakini pia tunao ambao wanaendelea kuandaliwa katika hifadhi yetu ya kisiwa cha Rubondo, lakini pia East Africa kama moja kwa upande wa watalii. Hii farm trip tumeandaa mahususi kwa ajili ya kuimarisha mahusiano yetu ya kibiashara katika hii block yetu ya East Africa, lakini pia tumekuja kujifunza pale ambapo mgeni atasikwambia anataka kuona chimpanzee Uganda.
It's not the first time that we are selling Uganda. We do sell Uganda, okay, but we are here to experience first. Okay, we are here to experience better, and so that we can, bring more clients and we can grow as a region, okay, Uganda and Tanzania, to learn the itineraries better. Like right now we are here, okay, so we learn how, like yesterday we did this cultural activities and everything, so yes.
How do you connect your itineraries from Tanzania to this side of Uganda?
So it's like, see, Tanzania is famous for, Tarangere, Serengeti, okay, Ngorongoro, okay, for lions and everything. So obviously in Uganda, it is more famous for mountain gorillas and chimp tracking, okay. So there are clients who are asking, who ask for combining of Uganda and Tanzania, okay. So that's how maybe they start with Uganda first and then to Tanzania, and then Tanzania, Uganda, whichever way it's possible according to their preferences, okay. But the motive is, to learn, to experience, and yes, to sell more, okay. So we as a Roy Safaris, we are here, so yes.
Without wasting time after Kibale National Park, the team of stakeholders from Tanzania the next day set out for another tourist destination. This area was not another place but in the Queen Elizabeth National Park, the second largest reserve in Uganda, and here things got even more interesting. Inside this reserve in the Katunguru area, there is a beautiful area for water tourism, which uses special boats to explore the Kazinga Channel, which connects two famous lakes in the country, and here there were more beautiful things.
So Katunguru is one of the 11 fish villages that we have into Queen Elizabeth National Park, because Queen Elizabeth is a biosphere reserve whereby people naturally coexist with their wild animals. So in the whole area, in the whole national park, we have 11 fish villages. So Katunguru is one of them. It's located along the Mbarara-Kasese Highway. You cross the Kazinga Channel, which we are sailing onto right now. The channel that we are sailing onto, it's called the Kazinga Channel, being a natural channel, naturally connecting the two lakes. That's Lake George and Lake Edward. The water naturally flows from Lake George going downstream. Why? Because Lake George is at a higher altitude and Lake Edward is at a lower altitude. So you would be wondering, where does all this water come from? So the water that you're looking at right now, it comes from up high into the mountains. That's Mount Rwenzori. Mount Rwenzori is a glacial mountain.
So you want to tell me we are very much close to the Rwenzori mountain?
When you just look opposite us, those ranges that you're looking at, those are the ranges of Mount Rwenzori.
Okay.
So that's how close we are. True. So all this water runs up from those mountains. So when the snow melts down, it runs down in form of 4 streams of rivers. That's River Mubuku, River Nyamwamba, River Rimi, and Impanga. And Impanga in Fort Portal.
Ukiangalia tulikuwa tuna ubishani kidogo. Sisi tuliotoka Tanzania tunawauliza, je, huu ni mfereji, ni mto ama ni ziwa? Wao wanakuambia hili si ziwa. Huu ni mto tu unaunganisha maziwa haya mawili kwa maana ya Lake Edward na Lake George. Lakini hii modo inayotumika hapa ni modo kama ya kwetu kule nyumbani Ngorongoro, kwamba hii ni ndani ya hifadhi, lakini hii jamii iliyoko hapa hairuhusiwi kulima, lakini wamepewa fursa ya kuweza kufanya shughuli za utalii pamoja na uvuvi. Hizo ndio shughuli mbili tu za kiuchumi zinazofanyika hapa, na kwa kufuatilia sheria na taratibu ambazo zimeshawekwa. Lakini umeona tu boats nyingi sana zinaingia na kutoka, kwa maana ya kuonyesha namna gani watalii wako active, na channel hii haiko mbali sana na kivutio kingine tulichokiona jana kwenye mstari wa Equator. Kwa hiyo unapotoka Kibale wakati unakuja Queen Elizabeth National Park, unakutana na vivutio hivi kama one of the activities ambazo unaweza ukaziweka katika itinerary yako ya safari. Na maeneo kama haya kule nyumbani Bwana Doto ni mengi sana. ni mengi sana na mengi yanatumika. Kwa hiyo ni namna mojawapo tu ya kuongeza elimu na kuongeza uzoefu. Kama wenzetu wanavyoweza kufanya, basi na sisi tunaweza kujifunza mengi katika haya.
But before entering the Queen Elizabeth National Park, this team passed a famous place in Uganda, which has become famous all over the world for dividing the planet Earth into two equal parts, namely the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere. And here is the Kikorongo Equator Point.
Kikorongo is one of the points where the equator passes. You can get it in Kasese district, Western Uganda, whereby the Earth divides into two equal hemispheres, the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere. How I wish to be part of our clients that we receive. As you can see in my background, we are receiving a number of clients. Here you can enjoy your day, you can enjoy with your family, and also get more facts about the equator, like the Coriolis effect that explains the impact of the equator on the abiotic and biotic components of the world. Here I mean the living and the non-living components of the world. How does the equator affect this? Maybe how does the equator support life, depending on which hemisphere or any maybe distance you are from the equator line. Please, I would wish to those who are viewing us, get a day at least one time and also visit Kikorongo Equator Point. With this, I say please, let's meet next time. I wish to receive you. Thank you so much. I remain Afande Charles Chimbwembwe.
Nimeweza kufika katikati ya dunia yetu kwa maana ya upande wa kaskazini na kusini. Na ukiangalia kama tulivyofanyiwa briefing pale, hii line inapita kwenye nchi kadhaa kwa hapa Afrika Mashariki. Kwa hiyo hii ni mojawapo pia ya kivutio kingine ambacho kinaweza kikaboresha utalii wa Afrika Mashariki kwa ujumla wake.
Na pengine nyie kama wadau wakubwa kabisa wa sekta ya utalii kule nyumbani, mnafikiria vipi sasa kuingiza katika itinerary zenu eneo hili la Kikorongo Kasese katika kuboresha tu ile itinerary yenu ya wageni wanaokuja kule Tanzania?
Kama unavyofahamu sasa hivi watalii wengi sio wageni. Watalii wengi sana sio wageni wa taarifa, kwa hiyo wanafahamu. Lakini sasa tunachokifanya ni kwamba kwa sababu sasa katika tour operator ambao tumeambatana nao, hawa memba watatu wamepaona. Kwa hiyo hata watakapopata mgeni ambaye anataka kuunganisha safari yake ya Tanzania na Uganda na Kikorongo, lazima iwe sehemu ya itinerary hiyo.
After Queen Elizabeth, this team continued to vaccinate the park, forest by forest, and finally arrived in Bwindi National Park, more than 2,000 meters above sea level, and the state of affairs in terms of welcome and reception became even greater.
Welcome to Bwindi Penetrable National Park. So where you are, we are in the eastern part of the park. Yeah, here we look at the gorillas mostly, though we also struggle so much to see that other animals and plants in the wild are also protected.
Being in Bwindi National Park, here the big news is gorilla tourism.
We are currently from Chibale National Park, where we experienced the chimpanzee trekking. Now here at Bwindi we have both chimpanzee and the gorillas. Now what is the prime or chief difference between gorilla and chimpanzee?
Thank you. Gorillas are 98.4% close to humans in DNA percentage, and the chimpanzees are almost 99%, which is 98.9% close to humans in DNA percentage. And naturally, male gorillas, when they grow old, at about 12 years, they develop the silver hair to the back and become silverbacks, only males. But for chimpanzees, they don't develop the silver hair. And naturally, gorillas are bigger in size because a big male of a gorilla can weigh up to around 250 kilograms. But chimpanzees, a big male can weigh up to around 150 kilograms.
After all the necessary preparations and information, the work of hunting gorillas in the dense forest of Bwindi began with great success. The team found the gorillas and other things continued as planned.
The experience is seriously amazing. The way the rangers take care of us, the way the porters do vile wanavyotuongoza, wanakata majani angalau muweze kupenya kwa urahisi kidogo, lakini pia unatakiwa uwe umekamilika katika mavazi yako na mazoezi ili uweze kufanya zoezi hili. Na tumekaa nao mpaka tumechoka, si wenyewe ndo kasema sasa imetosha. Turudi nyumbani. Tumejifunza kitu kikubwa sana na lile lengo letu la Uganda Arusha Connect. Lengo ni hili kwamba kwa sababu sisi nyumbani hatuna gorila. Kwa hiyo kwetu sisi ni fursa, tukishatandika itinerary yetu nyumbani kule siku zako kadhaa, basi unaimarinate hapo kidogo na gorila. Kwa hiyo unawaleta wageni wako Uganda, wanapata such a very good experience ambayo sisi tumeipata. Sasa hivi ni rahisi sana sisi kwenda kuuza kwa sababu sio swala la kuhadisiwa tena ama la kuona kwenye TV. We have experienced ourselves. Tumeongea nao wenyewe, tumekuja tumewaona. Nafikiri uliona mmoja yule alikushtua kidogo kama kadoshi vipi wewe.
Traditional food and dances in Uganda are part of cultural tourism, and here is Rubalika Lodge. People ate and drank traditional food and drink.
Ni jambo muhimu sana kwa sababu kama unavyojua watalii wengi wanapenda kufahamu zaidi maisha ya watu wa pale mahali wanapokwenda. Kwa hiyo vyakula hivi vinavyotayarishwa kwa njia za asili wanakifurahia kwa sababu wanataka kujua na sisi tunakulaje. Maana unakuta sehemu nyingi wanazolala chakula kimeandaliwa kwa kufuata utaratibu wa kwao kule Ulaya na Marekani. Lakini tunapowapa vyakula vya kienyeji namna hii inawafurahisha zaidi, na hii ndio sababu kubwa sana unaona eneo la Mto Mbu ni maarufu sana kule Tanzania, kwa sababu wakifika pale watu wanafanya agrotourism tour, lakini pia wanajaribu vyakula vya kienyeji wanakula, lakini pia wanapata na vinywaji vyetu vya asili.
We are one of the lodges in Uganda where you can experience all the three in one go. Nature, farm experiences, and community experiences. So this area has a lot of, as you can see, rivers. The chimpanzees, they come right across here. They love eating these fruit trees around here. We have a lot of bird life in this area. The water, of course, we have a jungle massage over there where you are able to be soothed by the river. This is traditional local food, and it is made in the community the way our food has been prepared for centuries, for as long as we have existed. We have not changed much. Every generation passes on the skill to the next. So when you come here, you experience authentic local food. And if you had time, you typically go and plant food in the garden for future guests. Then you harvest, you prepare and cook with the local community, then you eat together.
After Kibale, Queen Elizabeth, and Bwindi National Parks, the journey to find the largest park in Uganda began. Mountains and valleys, while experienced tour guides from Taffy Safaris continued to provide informative information, the journey to find Murchison Falls National Park continued. On the way to Murchison Falls National Park, we met primary school children who called themselves young tour guides, who certainly showed that they knew their country well in terms of tourism.
Where is this place called?
This one, Chansama Viewpoint.
Viewpoint?
Yes.
What can we view from this point?
From this point? The National Park.
The National Park?
Yeah.
Which National Park? We have so many National Parks.
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth.
Yes. So welcome visitors. My name is Nicholas. I'm the young tour guide. This is Queen Elizabeth National Park. The largest park in Uganda is Murchison Falls National Park. Here you see the western arm of a Rift Valley, the Chambule escarpment. This side we have a forest, it's called Himaramagambo. This side is Lake George. In the middle there is Kazinga Channel at the boat cruise. Left is Edward. Copper mine is Katwe. Salt mine is Kasese. This side we have two Kuretarex, Katinda and Mirambi. Thank you to be with us. My company is called Traveler.
Most welcome our visitor. My name is Darius. I'm a young tour guide. This is Queen Elizabeth National Park, the second game park in Uganda. The largest game park is Murchison Falls National Park. It's found in northern part of Uganda. That is Bagwi Safari Lodge, and the other one is Baboon Safari Resort. Inside up we have Kwetala, Katina and Milambi. Inside is Lake George. It's found in Kasese district. Even there is Ikweta. In the middle there is Kazinga Channel. Left is Edward. Thank you to be with us. My God bless you. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. I see. Yani wanajua mpaka wanajua kupitiliza, wanajua mno.
Most welcome our visitor. My name is Samuel, the youngest tour guide.
The youngest tour guide?
Yeah.
Oh,
all is here the Queen Elizabeth National Park. It's the second largest game park in Uganda. The largest game park in Uganda is Murchison Falls National Park. It's in Masini district after Hoima. Here you see the western arm of a Rift Valley. The eastern is in Kenya. Savannah grassland, Savannah woodland, Savannah vegetation, and many other types of a Rift Valley. Compounds are the scattered trees of umbrella shapes. And there are two lakes, Katinda and Milambi, the Kuleta lakes. Katinda is in the shape of a heart, the part for the female. Milambi is the part of a male. That side is Lake George, is in the Kasese district. Kampanza and Ikweta. Band of Ikweta, you go in Mountain Rwenzori, the color of colorless. Band of Mountain Rwenzori, you go in inside of Congo. Between in the middle of Kazinga Channel is in the Release district. Left is Edward, is in the border of Uganda and DRC Congo. Examples of national park in Uganda: Africa Kimbro National Park, Murchison Falls National Park, Chibale National Park, Sidapafari National Park, Mugahinga National Park, Bwindi National Park. Thank you to be with us. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So much. How old are you?
10 years.
How old are you?
10.
And the other one?
Me.
How old are you?
11.
11. So 10, 11. Jamani, nadhani huu utakuwa ni mfano mzuri. Nyie vijana wa Tanzania, hawa majamaa miaka 10, 11 lakini wana information zote. Na hawa ni vijana ambao wanaishi maeneo jirani na maeneo ya vivutio vyao. Na hapa ukiangalia kuna escapement ya Rift Valley. Ukiangalia kuni Queen Elizabeth National Park. National Park kubwa ya pili, National Park ya pili kwa ukubwa katika ardhi ya nchi ya Uganda. Unaweza kuwa ni mfano mzuri, mbegu ya kutangaza na kujivunia vilivyomo katika nchi yako inaanza kupandwa wangali vijana wadogo. Hawa wakiwa wakubwa nadhani ni moto wa kuotea mbali.
Finally, we arrived at Murchison Falls National Park. Murchison Falls is famous for having the largest waterfalls on the Nile River and is said to be the largest waterfalls in the world. These waterfalls have continued to decorate this park in a way of its own.
You get the beauty of life when you come here. So the National Park, Murchison Falls National Park has 3. It gives you the safari, it gives you the boat cruise you've seen down where we viewed the bottom of the waterfalls, another magnificent experience. So now here you come and enjoy the waterfalls. Every time here it's always raining. Not raining from the water up, but from this one. So I call the world the biggest, the most powerful waterfalls is in Uganda. And I request our guys in Tanzania, if you're putting on your itinerary from Zanzibar, the beaches, to the world animals in Serengeti, let them come and enjoy adventure in Uganda. We are the capital of adventure if it comes to water adventure, water activities. So you can have your itinerary from Serengeti, Zanzibar, and then you finish up with Uganda. You enjoy these beautiful waterfalls.
Pengine safari yetu ya kutoka Tanzania takriban siku 10 inakuwa na mashiko kwa kufika katika eneo hili.
Inakuwa na mashiko sana kwa sababu lengo la safari hii ya makampuni ya utalii ambao ni wanachama wa TATO ni tumekuja kwa ajili ya kujaribu kujifunza na kuona vivutio ambavyo vinapatikana katika nchi nyingine za Afrika Mashariki, hususan nchi hii ya Uganda. Safari hii imeratibiwa kwa pamoja na ubalozi mdogo wa Uganda pale mjini Arusha na TATO, na lengo ilikuwa ni kuja kuona namna gani tunaweza tukaunganisha vivutio hivi vya Tanzania na hivi vya wenzetu wa Uganda ambavyo kule kwetu tunavyo au hatuna, lakini hivi vya huku vikawa viko kwa aina tofauti. Kwa mfano, maporomoko tunayo mengi Tanzania, lakini poromoko hili ndio kubwa kuliko yote duniani. Kwa hiyo lipo hapa Uganda tu. Kwa hiyo ni kivutio kikubwa sana tutakapoweza kuunganisha na itinerary zetu kule Tanzania, ili tuweze kuwa na itinerary ambayo ina siku nyingi, na maana yake ni kipato kwa kila mmoja wetu, kwa maana ya faida ya kampuni, lakini pia na kodi kwa serikali yetu ya Tanzania.
Murchison Falls concluded the field trip for the team of these stakeholders, and now it is directly in Kampala for preparations for the major regional tourism exhibition, namely POET. Due to the size and importance of this exhibition, the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, was the guest of honor at this event.
Now, tourism is in services. Tourism, professional services, transport, all those, music and entertainment, all those are part of the services sector. And then the ICT. So therefore, by you coming here, you will help us to advance our economy to high, middle income level status and first world country. Because of the colonial fragmentation, the borders are not rational. You find there's a lot of landlocked countries in Africa because of the colonial borders. But that's why politically we've been working with our neighbors, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, South Sudan, Somalia, to reassemble this part of the world and the whole of Africa.
So I first of all want to thank the delegation from Tanzania and welcome you back from the trip which you enjoyed, and you put out the information, and now we have started the real conference, and which has been officially opened by His Excellency the President. And I call upon you now to use this time to have businesses, what we call B2B, and this place we created it for that purpose. So anybody that wants to meet you, anybody that you want to discuss, anybody that you want to interview, this is the place for you here at the consulate booth. So you need to do businesses. We need to see that our trip is successful and bearing fruits.
The first day of POET ended and welcomed the second day, where tourism industry stakeholders and international hosted buyers of tourism services and products from various parts met and held face-to-face business talks with the aim of improving the tourism industry in the East African region. But how does the team from Tanzania talk about this exhibition?
Nimenote mambo mawili ya muhimu sana. La kwanza, nilikuwa ninasikiliza wale wajumbe wa bodi ya utalii ya Uganda. Na utaona wale wajumbe wa bodi ya utalii ya Uganda wamegawanyika nusu kwa nusu kati ya sekta binafsi na sekta ya umma. Maana yake ni nini? Maana yake ni kwamba hiyo inaonyesha jinsi gani sekta binafsi inapewa nafasi kushiriki katika uandaaji na utekelezaji wa mipango na idea mbalimbali ambazo zinasukuma sekta yao ya utalii. Kwa hiyo hili ni jambo ambalo likimbariki sana Mheshimiwa Waziri wetu wa Maliasili na Utalii na serikali yetu sikivu walichukue kwa ajili ya manufaa mapana ya sekta binafsi katika sekta ya utalii, lakini pia na taifa zima kwa ujumla wake.
The third day, which was the last day of this Poweti exhibition, had many things, including concluding and finalizing some of the business agreements that were made throughout the exhibition.
This is just the beginning. The fact that we've been able to make it to Uganda, and like I said, the beginning of June, from 4th to 7th June, Ugandan tour operators will be exhibiting in Arusha under the Kiri Fair Expo, which is also the second largest in Africa. So there now we shall be engaging more, and we will also have a Uganda Day where we shall be able to have you people that attended and participated in the farm trip giving testimony to those people that were not able to come, and share more information and encourage them to come. And then the Ugandans that will be there will also meet the tour operators from Tanzania and see how they can work together to promote each other. So the tourists from Uganda, a tour operator from Uganda, they should also be marketing Tanzania, and then Tanzanian tour operators also marketing Uganda. So, and these are all real activities, Poweti and Kiri Fair. So we encourage all of you to participate in Kiri Fair, participate in Poweti.
This exhibition could not end before it ended. And here it is concluded with a special display of traditional dances of Ugandan tribes in the Ndele Cultural Center. Ndele was excited and delighted by the traditional dances of the Ugandan people, an event that went hand in hand with traditional food and practical information about Ugandan tourism.
If you sit and watch for the next 2 hours, you're going to see all the culture you have in Uganda, through dances, through food, through everything. So whenever you have our occasions in Uganda here, the epitome of the occasions end up at Ndele here. So after doing all the activities at Poweti business, we bring you here to exercise Uganda. You've seen the setup properly. So Ndele is Uganda's biggest culture center, where culture is practiced. All the culture, different dances from north to south, east to west.
Hili ni wazo ambalo linaweza likafanyika pale Arusha, Dar es Salaam, Iringa pale, Dodoma, kukawa kuna kama vile vitu tunaviita squares. Hii ni kama square kwamba watu wanakutanika na activity yoyote inaweza ikafanyika katika eneo kama hili.
Umekutana na waziri mwenye dhamana, waziri wa maliasili na utalii. Pengine kutoka na mawazo hapo unaweza kumwambia kitu gani? Kwa mistari 3, 4, 5, isifike 10.
Mheshimiwa Waziri, huu ni mradi ambao tunahitaji kuwa nao, ukizingatia kwamba utamaduni wetu ni tajiri zaidi kuliko nchi zingine nyingi ya Afrika.
Native dances in the Ndele area closed the curtain of the 10-day study tour of tourism. Stakeholders from Tanzania, aiming to promote cooperation between Tanzania and Uganda in selling their country's tourism together. For my God, for my country, thank you for listening and watching.